I raise my hands up, I raise my heart up, I raise my mind up to you. With every word and with every choice and with everything that I do, I'm living and breathing who I am in truth. Letting go, giving up everything I'm not. I empty out and open up my mind with each new thought that gives me life, that gives me hope, that gives me more of who I am in this moment, right here where I stand. I raise my hands up, I raise my heart up, I raise my mind up to you. With every word and with every choice and with everything that I do, I'm living and breathing who I am in truth. As I receive and I accept this greater truth of who I am, I'm growing stronger, I'm growing wiser, trusting in this sacred plan that gives me life, that gives me hope, that gives me more of who I am in this moment, right here where I stand. I raise my hands up, I raise my heart up, I raise my mind up to you. With every word and with every choice and with everything that I do, I'm living and breathing who I am in truth. Who I am, who I am, who I am. Who I am, who I am, who I am. Raises my hands up, raises my heart up, raises my mind up to you. With every word and with every choice and with everything that I do, I raise my hands up, I raise my heart up, I raise my mind up to you. With every word and with every choice and with everything that I do, I'm living and breathing who I am in truth. I'm living and breathing who I am in truth.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I wish I was seeing you, but I'm going to imagine that you're there. I'm going to see your little faces, and I'm going to imagine that you are singing with me. This is my magic wand that says that you can sing. So I'm going to see you singing with me, okay? So I'll teach this song to you. It's very easy, but I'll start off. What do I want my day to be? I choose. So that's a lot of what I'm going to talk about today. I choose. And what do I want to feel today? I choose. It's up to me. And what do I want to say today? I choose. Every moment I choose. I choose. Right here, right now, I choose. Okay, get up off your seats. We're going to exercise at the same time. So here we go. We go stretch, flex, pump, lift. Here's your part. Today, I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, grateful. That's the whole thing. Today, I choose to be grateful. To be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, grateful. How about happy? Today, I choose to be happy, so happy. Today, I choose to be happy, happy. How about peaceful? Today, take a deep breath. I choose to be peaceful, so peaceful. Today, I choose to be peaceful, peaceful. Now here's the deal. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, cause it's all up to me. Today, I choose to be loving, so love. Put your hands over your heart today. I choose to be loving, How about joyful today? I choose to be joyful, so joyful. Today, I choose to be joyful, joyful. Now pick your own. Today, think about what word you want today. I choose to be. Today, just put it in that little spot. I choose to be. Now pick another word. Today, I choose to be present, to be whatever you want. Today, I choose to be. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, cause it's all up to me. It's all up to me. Today, I choose to be thankful, so thankful. I mean, even for the hard stuff, just to say I'm thankful, I'm grateful. To be thankful. Let's go back to grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, so grateful. Today, I choose to be grateful, to be grateful, again. To be grateful, big finish. To be grateful.
Good morning. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I am here with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, my beautiful, beloved community. And we are welcoming you from Paoli, Pennsylvania, this gorgeous day. If you're not in Paoli, Pennsylvania or nearby, well, come on down, because it is the prettiest day. We finally have some gorgeous weather, nice clean air, and we are grateful that you're with us this morning. Whether you're off there in the hinterlands, whether you're in another country, another state, you're so welcome here. This is our transformation station. This is a place where we open our arms and receive you and include you and celebrate you, whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey and wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for being with us today. This is the place we love to be. And we do teach the science of mind, basic principles. We love to utilize them as we learn them every day more and more, go more deeply. And we learn to utilize them and love to utilize these spiritual tools for every imaginable human condition that there is. So we really enjoy being together in community, whether we are in person, which we are as much as we can be, or whether we are live streaming. And of course we do both. When we are in person, we still send the message out to the airwaves because it's important that we include everyone. We are a huge circle of loving community, way beyond Paoli, way beyond where we are right now, or where you may be as well. And we belong to and are a very important part of our beautiful Centers for Spiritual Living, which is based in Colorado, and it is worldwide. Thank goodness we have more centers opening up everywhere in the world. We love that we are right here in this one, and we connect with the others. And in the Centers for Spiritual Living, long ago, we devised a wonderful statement that we love to live by after all of these years. And it simply is this: we are here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And humanity is magnificent, more so in its spirituality than sometimes in its humanity. But we're bringing it all together. We're doing our best to lift the consciousness, first of all, of course, our own, our loved ones, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and ultimately the world itself, because this is a beautiful field of possibility, and we have great influence over it by establishing ourselves in the flow of this divine life, utilizing this wonderful creative intelligence. It's universal, everywhere. And Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of this wonderful philosophy, was very aware that he didn't create anything new. He was definitely inspired. He certainly had one beautiful divine download after another and wrote many, many books, including The Science of Mind, which we call the textbook. But he brought together religions, science, philosophy, the great thinkers and the great mystics of the universe in a way that was a very workable, very practical opportunity. He gave us an opportunity to use this teaching for enhancement of our own lives and our loved ones. And yes, thank you for the world itself, because every creative idea that we have, that we plant in the universal intelligence, reaps its beautiful rewards, and it goes far beyond anything we might even know. And we are very much in this together, because it's important to us that we do lift humanity. And we have a very clear intention along with the Centers for Spiritual Living, and that is that we are co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all, including the world itself. So come along with us this hour, celebrate with us our beautiful ability to awaken to who we truly are and to help others to awaken to their real identity as well. And years ago, right here at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, our leadership came up with a beautiful purpose statement, and it's still just as fresh and alive as it was then. Would you care to say it with me? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so, we're going to have an opening song, and it's by Ellen Gennaro, and it's called Choose.
What if the answers to my questions were found inside of me? Would I arrange a time to listen, or keep searching endlessly? Half empty, half full, win, tie, or lose, I write my own story each time I choose. What if the shoulds and musts and have-tos released their stranglehold? Would I decide to make my own rules, or do what I've been told? Half empty, half full, win, choose. Word by word, line by line, page by page, the story's mine. A chapter concludes, another begins. I get to choose how my story ends. What if the path of least resistance promised a journey tried and true? Would I try the road less traveled, risking the known for something new? Half empty, half full, win, tie, or lose. I write my own story each time I choose. Half empty, half full, win, tie, or lose. I write my own story each time I choose. Each time I choose. Each time I choose.
Hi, it's time to talk to our youth, wherever you may be, at home, out on the patio. It's time for us to get connected. And I love chatting with you. I prefer chatting with you in person, but this is next best thing. I just want you always to remember how loved you are, how important you are to all of us. Right now, very important to me. So I have a question for you. Are you making your own choices, or are you somehow influenced by other people? Oh, I can remember that our parents used to say things to us like, when we'd say, well, all the other kids are doing it, they'd say, and if all the other kids were jumping off a cliff, would you jump off too? So we love our friends, but we want to make our own decisions, and we want to be very clear. We can decide things with them together that are good creative solutions and opportunities and nice things for us to do. But let's not be overly influenced by other people, and certainly not by social media. YouTube, TikTok, all the others. Let's take that with a grain of salt, because that's not always where we want to get our answers. What I do know is that there is a voice within you. It's a voice that's within me and with all people that is direct from divine wisdom. You can't go wrong with it. It's when I get still enough to listen, to open my heart, when I'm confused about which direction am I supposed to go out here. Should I say yes to this, or shall I say no to it? I can get confused if I pay too much attention to all of those influences out there. But I know as I listen for Spirit's guidance, it's right within me, it's right within you, that I will always, always be directed appropriately. And I'll make the right choice every time then, every time. It's kind of almost like magic, you know, kind of almost like magic. Enjoy your Sunday. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now. And now, it's meditation time. Let's take a deep, holy breath of spirit. And breathe out anything that might have seemed of concern, any worry, any false sense of being separate from Source. Another deep, holy breath, and this time just breathe out the love and the life and the light that you brought in with this beautiful breath. Let it move through our bodies, healing, revealing the wholeness. Feel a fresh, new stream of the life force moving through every cell of our bodies. Every corner of our consciousness, our emotions, our thoughts. Let that beautiful holy breath move through so beautifully that the healing is instant. There is peace and power. They are not separate, but they're attributes of the divine that dwell within us right now and always. Now let's allow that breath to create a bridge that brings us right into our hearts. And here we are received in a divine embrace. And it is from the eye of the heart that we begin to see our world in wholeness, in truth, in love, in infinite potentiality. For everything is a field of divine energy awaiting the input of our thought, feeling, belief, affirmative, creative, intelligent idea. So let us see everything as there is yet no thing, but just a beautiful field of infinite potential, undifferentiated substance, a field of possibilities. And now inwardly, let the power of your word speak harmony into existence in this field of infinite potentiality. And begin to behold the harmony that is underlying everything. All of the contents of this world held in a beautiful context of divine harmony. And now let's speak our powerful word for unity and this great creative responsive field accepts and acts upon this beautiful idea of unity. And there is oneness, there is no divisiveness, there is no division, there is no separation, there is unity. All working together for greater good. And speak our word of peace and experience the serenity, the coming together of various ideas and coming into the peaceful solution that is ready to reveal itself for all. A peaceful universe. And speak our word for compassion and experience the great open-hearted life force moving through all beings, connecting them beautifully. And speak for love and abundance and joy, success, wisdom, wholeness, creativity, and know that these words do not return to us void, but they accomplish the thing to which they are sent. The peaceful, passionate power within us, moving forward, being received and acted upon in this beautiful field of infinite possibilities is so beautiful. Let's just rest in this silent appreciation for a moment. Now behold the field ripe with the fruit of our intentionality, a beautiful universe unfolding as divinely intended. And let's give thanks for our significant part in its unfoldment. Thank God all is well. Truly, truly, all is well.
Words give us poems, lyrics and rhymes, novels and lines from a play. On rocks and on pages, all through the ages, we've tried to express the same way. Words are the seeds that made you and me, and gave us our nights and our days. So I carefully, consciously, willingly, thoughtfully, lovingly choose what I say. Some words are diamonds like wisdom and love, integrity, courage, and trust. But if we should give them to folks who don't live them, their meaning scatters like dust. Words are the seeds that made you and me, and gave us our nights and our days. So I carefully, consciously, willingly, thoughtfully, lovingly choose what I say. Words are the weapons that fire the first shot in all the wars ever begun. We check off our lists, clash with our fists, when we ought to be holding our tongues. Words are the engines that move us through life, holding us safe on the tracks. Station to station, each destination gives us strength to let go of the past. Words are the seeds that made you and me, and gave us our nights and our days. So I carefully, consciously, willingly, thoughtfully, lovingly choose what I say. Words of advice, be patient and nice. The world wasn't made in a day. So carefully, consciously, willingly, thoughtfully, lovingly choose what you say.
That was a good song. Thank you, Kit Holmes. And what a great last name she has, huh? Now I'd like to introduce to you our Floridian practitioner with the opening treatment, Bo Smith.
Good morning. My name is Bo Smith, and I'm a religious science practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It is my honor to present the opening treatment for this morning's service. But before I do so, I'd like to read a passage from the Science of Mind text by Dr. Ernest Holmes. You can find it on page 143. He writes, "We cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals. We have the right to choose what we wish to experience. We We have the right to choose the kind of companions with whom we wish to associate, to say in what city and in what type of house we would like to live. We are individuals, and the only way we can be individuals is to be spontaneous. So as I state this morning's treatment, I will do so in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you would like. So in this moment, the truth of my being, the truth of everyone's being, is that it is the spirit of life, the spirit of love. This life, this love, this power and peace flows through me, as me. This infinite being, this infinite essence that has its being through each of us, through myself in this moment, is boundless, is infinite in every way. And in this boundless infinity, there are many, many choices from which I can make. I, as an individual, have the choice to demonstrate any kind of life I wish. And in this moment, I choose a life of wisdom. I choose a life of compassion. I choose a life filled with love. These choices of mine are heard by that inner essence, and it is responded to, these choices. These choices are made with intention and in love. And I see these choices outpicture into my life in every moment. Since there is not a spot in this world where the entirety of spirit, where the entirety of God is not, these choices have far-reaching consequences of beauty, of love, and of power. In this moment, I choose to demonstrate love. I choose to demonstrate life in all of its beautiful ways. I choose to demonstrate a compassionate heart. As I move into today's service, I do so with awareness. I do so with wisdom, listening to that wisdom inside and outside. I am a blessed being, and I am a blessing as well. As I participate in today's service, I do so mindful that I am changed at depth as I apply the principles of the science of mind. And as I move forward into the rest of this week, out into the world, I bring these principles, this awareness, this consciousness with me in everything I think, say, and do, and in every situation I find myself in. Knowing that this is the truth of my life, I am able to relax and let go. Knowing that a perfect outcome is at hand and is flowing through me, unfolding as me in this moment. And in this moment, I release my word into the law, knowing a perfect demonstration. And in deep gratitude, I open myself up to that demonstration now. And so it is.
Thank you, Bo. You are a blessing to us. Would you kindly all repeat with me, if you care to, our affirmation for the day? I delight in my power to choose that which is life-affirming, wise, and loving as I manifest joyful, successful experiences. Well, before I launch into my talk, which I'm ready to do, I want to take just a moment and praise and bless and raise up our wonderful team, our beautiful people who produce this live stream each Sunday. And that is Jeffrey Messino, Payson Burt, and Monet Farrington. Woo! Could not do it without them. Okay, well, here we are, a brand new month, beginning the Sunday. It's a new Sunday month for us. And we're still following this annual theme that the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living has decided upon, which is building a new consciousness. And the new theme for June is selectivity. Say it with me. Selectivity. Yes, because we do have the power of choice. This is our ability to choose and then to choose again. You see, we have choice in every moment. This is called intentional living. And wouldn't you like to live intentionally rather than haphazardly? Wouldn't we all like to be aware of what we're putting into motion rather than have consequences later on, oops, that we didn't really want? So we want intentional living, and that happens by choosing powerfully, creatively, intelligently, thoughtfully. Ernest Holmes said, "We have a right to choose what we shall induce in mind." Our ability to choose is the greatest gift that we were given. I can choose. That's all I can do. That's all I need to do, because there's a divine presence which lovingly supports and guides and inspires me and all of us. There is an immutable law of cause and effect, the law of mind, which responds to our belief, our holy word, and it acts upon it even when the word's not so holy. So we want to choose carefully, and this choice includes when we are re-choosing, because we have that power, we have that right to choose again. It includes a lifetime of limiting beliefs about ourselves and about our world and about others. Don't you think it's time? I know it's time for us to take a look at some of those limiting beliefs and open up our consciousness and see the world, see ourselves, and see one another quite differently. Pride Month kicked off in Philadelphia. Not only is the parade taking place, but it started with the arrival of a big, beautiful, bodacious 100-foot flag. That was before the parade and the festivities today. Can you imagine a 100-foot pride flag? Beautiful, colorful, opening hearts and minds. You see, sometimes it takes time, more importantly, education, loving education, not lecturing, but helping people's hearts and minds open up a little bit beyond what beliefs they may have had. Gosh, it was over 40 years ago. In an annual gathering of some very dear childhood friends of mine, whom I love dearly, we had different paths in our lives, but we loved each other, and we would get together every year. We'd celebrate Christmas, even sometimes in July, just gathering at different places, different homes. And this one particular time, I recall that in all of our loving connections and festivities, I began to overhear, shockingly overhear, some homophobic remarks. I couldn't believe it. These are women I grew up with, that I loved, who loved me. I didn't know that these were some carry-over beliefs, erroneous ideas. I was shocked. I had no words. I began to weep silently. That was my, turns out, elegant response, I think. I didn't plan it, it just happened. And my friends got it. They knew that I was, as far as they knew, still a straight woman, but I was weeping for people I loved not opening their hearts and minds to everyone who might have been a little different than they. And over the years, their attitudes changed greatly. I'm happy to tell you that eventually they really began to behold the beauty within everyone. Sometimes we are a silent emissary. When we're acting from our hearts, when we're willing to see the truth and still love people and be kind, we can find that that might be a teaching moment. Not necessarily planned, but we've been guided into it. So I am very grateful for that. Closed-mindedness is not a good idea. It tends to be generated out of fear, don't you think? That's the reason that people begin to be prejudiced, biased. It's fear. And the fear comes from a lack of understanding. This is something we all need to know if we haven't figured it out yet. Homosexuality is not contagious. Okay? Love and inclusion are contagious. Edward Markham, he drew a circle that shut me out. Heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But I drew a circle that took him in. And that is what makes all the difference. We draw the circle that lets everyone in, and it is love then that will always win. Other gender identifications can be confusing. Look, we're all created from the divine something. Are we going to get that now? We are all created from this one divine substance. And each beautiful, individualized expression of God is another flower in God's garden. I think, for one thing, we need to go back to being in love with the gardener and remembering that the divine mind and heart of God creates only beautiful beings in so many different forms. So what difference does our brand of sexuality make? What business is it of mine? Let's get right down to it. Why would I have opinions about your food selections or about the hobbies that you choose? Can't I just love your divinity and celebrate your humanity? Straight, gay, bi, trans, black, brown, white, Republican, Democrat, American, Chinese, Ukrainian, Russian, Mexican, Vietnamese, teacher, orchestra, or trained conductor, won't you be my neighbor? Please let me be your friend. I'm willing and looking forward to being a friend without having the same external appearance or internal belief system. Don't you think this is the world that God had in mind? Don't you think this is the world that we are in the process of co-creating, one that works for all? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And this year's theme, as I said earlier, building a new consciousness. How better to do this than to become more selective in our thoughts and our feelings and our behaviors and our actions. We must understand that the power of our choices is a very essential part of our being here on this planet, and that we must choose wisely and compassionately. Oh, we're not always going to. Did you notice that? Sometimes we choose not so wisely, not so intelligently, and this great field of energy and consciousness will return to us what we send to it. It's called consequences. It's not a punishment. It's natural consequences, which then reminds us, oops, that's not what I wanted to sow in this beautiful garden. This is what I wish to sow. This is why it's so important for us to realize we can choose again. I want to understand that the power of my choice is the great, great gift that I was given, that I have that power and I want to choose wisely. What is the primary focus of my attention? I like to ask myself throughout the day. What is the primary focus? Because the universal law of mind constantly produces it for us. Here's an opportunity then to choose again. Isn't that wonderful? And it's been said that we're not responsible for our first thought. We are responsible for our second thought. Oh, oops, ta-da, I'm going to choose again now. Sometimes we find our focus too narrow, too limiting, not pleasant. Change that focus. Isn't it great we have the ability to do that? So what do I believe about myself? Those are important questions to ask from time to time. Well, some of the false beliefs we have are, well, I'm only human. I'm too old, I'm too young. I'm over or under educated. It's the wrong gender, the wrong color, the wrong height, the wrong weight. Well, excuse me. Those are false beliefs. It's time to look a false fact in the face and deny its reality. Whether it's a belief that we have or some circumstance in our lives or in the world, it's a passing fact. I am much more interested in truth than facts. Facts change. They're supposed to. Conditions change. Circumstances can improve. How? Not usually all by themselves, but with our clear intention, using our powerful word creatively, lovingly, compassionately, intelligently, powerfully. I am deeply passionate about truth, deeply. Sure, it appears that there's much division in the world, and there is, but it's not going to stay, because the truth is bigger than the fact, always. The truth is there is one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life. Now, let's say it together. There is one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now. One. Let's continue to come back to that oneness, and that the divisiveness must dissolve as we continue to set our intention for unity. There's no separation. There is no division. There is one life, one mind, one creative power, one divine presence, one. And you and I are one of that one. Yes, we're one with that one, but we're one of that one as well. Isn't it great to realize that we are individualized expressions of the one life? All of the attributes of God are within us. Life, light, love, peace, power, beauty, and joy. If every day we review those divine attributes of spirit that are alive within us and bring them to life within us, we will be bringing more truth into the facts. Yes, there is dis-ease and war in the world. It all begins with the lack of ease and the warring that we have within ourselves. That beautiful prayer of St. Francis. When you say the prayer of St. Francis, be aware that who you are speaking to is yourself. Let there be peace. Let there be compassion. You're speaking to transforming your own subjective mind. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred within myself, let me so love. Go through those lines and speak it to your own subjective mind and realize that, as Jesus said, your enemies are of your own household. What's my household? My inner consciousness. And so as I transform these negative experiences, feelings, memories, beliefs, patterns within myself. I have only friends in my household then. I want allies so that I can be an ally, so that I can be a friend, so that I can be a good neighbor. The truth is that all of the contents of the world are held in a greater context of divine harmony and unimpeachable wholeness. Thank you, Meister Eckhart. Unimpeachable wholeness, say that with me. Unimpeachable wholeness. As we speak aloud these truths, they register within us, and then they go into this field of possibilities and begin to lift the human consciousness and make it more aware of its divinity. Facts lie. Truth never does. I adhere to the truth. You and I, as we adhere to the truth, as we stand in principle, as we remain in our integrity, truth must prevail. Conditions are temporary. God is permanent. Let's really begin to get that more deeply today. Let's choose and choose again the primary focus of our attention. For as we trust that divine presence that inspires us, and we receive divine downloads and we follow them, as we trust the law that responds to us, we can relax into a greater sense of peace, releasing all sense of personal control or responsibility. That is a beautiful place to be, because then I trust it to bring about what I'm praying about. I trust the presence, I trust the law, and I am joyously then responsible to co-create the world in which I live. And you're joining me in this, I know. We are co-creating a world in which we live. For this choice is a sacred gift. Let's realize how precious this gift is. We can move from judgment to discernment. Discernment is one of my favorite words, for discernment is spiritualized judgment. I behold the truth beyond the error. I choose what is right and good for myself and for the greatest good of all. In Sanskrit, there are two wonderful words, preya and shreya. And preya means temporary pleasure. I can choose a temporary pleasure, or I can choose shreya, which is something that is lasting and a benefit to all. Sure, I like having fun as much as anyone else does. I want that to be good fun. I don't want it to harm anyone. I want to speak my word from this consciousness of shreya more than I do preya, so that I know my words are making a difference. That because I want, before I do my spiritual mind treatment, I want to enter into a consciousness where I choose that which is life-affirming, that which is not only for my good, but for the greatest good of all concerned. That is real, that is lasting. It is never devoid of joy. That's a quality of God, therefore it's part of us. So yes, fun comes from joy. But first of all, let us focus on that which is for the greatest good of all concerned. Let's select that which lifts others and ourselves and harms no one. When we come from this consciousness of compassion and wisdom, We can never say or do anything that would harm anyone else. That's a goal for us, isn't it? Oh, we're not there yet. We're going to say ridiculous things from time to time. That's when we get to choose again and choose again. And our word, logos, enorke and hologos, kai hologos, enorke. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is, as Emma said, truth on our tongues. When we realize that the power of our word is really the Word of God that's ours to use, can we please use it mindfully, passionately, powerfully, compassionately, intelligently? You and I were designed for success in our own lives and in the lives of our communities and beyond. It involves making wise choices, opening our hearts to Spirit, speaking our truth with passion and confidence, envisioning and working toward a world that truly does work for all. This is a joyous responsibility that we have. Don't you feel it? It's alive with potential. Like it doesn't have to stay the way it always was, any more than our own inner belief system needs to stay exactly like it always was. This is our moment of power, our moment of possibility. We have the power to choose. Will you say with me, I honor the sacredness of all life.
I honor the sacredness of all life.
God's power is my power.
God's power is my power.
I make wise, compassionate choices.
I make wise, compassionate choices.
I choose life-affirming words.
I choose life-affirming words.
I live in integrity.
I live in integrity.
I speak my word with quiet passion.
I speak my word with quiet passion.
And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you, beloveds. And now it's time to share of our bounty, for all good things come from the divine source, God itself. It's my pleasure to return to the closest source of my source, and that's, for me, this beloved community. You see on your screen ways that you may give if this is a place you would like to support and grow us and bring more love, compassion, and truth to the world. Let's take our gifts to our hearts, giving thanks that they come from the one source. And say with me if you wish, I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy, I choose joy. When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy, I choose joy. When my heart is hard to move, when my music's lost the groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy, I choose joy. When hate is all I see, I choose joy, I choose joy. When fear won't let me be, I choose joy, I choose joy. When betrayal and lies hide choose joy to be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Find a stable ground, peace and hope abound. I hear a sweeter sound, the chains have come unbound. Love is all around when I choose joy. In this moment right here, I choose joy. I choose joy. For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy. I choose joy to be who I must be, for the light to shine in me, for everybody to be free. I choose joy. I choose joy. And everybody will be free when I choose joy. I choose joy.
Good morning. I'm Payson Burt, Vice President of your Board of Directors and Vice Producer of the AV team.
Yay!
Today with announcements.
Yay!
Special thanks today, as Dr. Maxine was saying, to Monet, that she's in the big chair today. And, thank you so much, Monet. So today we are speaking about the CSL Teen Camp, because that's coming up in July. Right now we have 2 children going, and that'll be Lilia, my daughter, and Mila, Monet's daughter. And Monet's going as a counselor. So we have 3 people going altogether.
Yay!
Yeah, so it was a big success last year. First time since COVID shut everything down, and the first year that CSL purchased the, what is it called, Cedar Ridge campsite. So now they're in control of that environment, and last year was the first time. So it's going to get nothing but better and better run, and onward and upward with that. So I have a few things to say about that. Do you want to join us in making a difference? We are raising money to help send our teens to the Center for Spiritual Living's annual teen summer camp in Verona, Oregon, from July 8th to 15th. And any donation will help a lot. Many GPCSL teens have attended this camp, making lifelong friends and coming home with a renewed appreciation for and confidence in their uniquely beautiful and individualized expression. This year's teen camp theme is Keep Dreaming Forward. We invite you to contribute to GPCSL Teen Camp. Doing so will make it possible for our teens to go and grow and receive inspiration to dream forward. Contributions will be dedicated to the families helping families cover the travel and registration costs associated with attending CSL Teen Camp. There's a couple ways you can contribute. You can make a contribution by credit card by clicking on the special teen donation or GoFundMe link on our pop-up screen. And where do you find that? www.cslphilly.org. Or you can also make a contribution by check indicating it is for the Teen Fund. So it's a dedicated fund. Additionally, we'll be holding a special community yard sale at Interprod on Saturday, June 10th. That's next week. Right? That's next week.
Next Saturday.
From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to benefit sending our teens. You can help in a few ways. One, you can, friends and members of GPCSL can bring their stuff to sell. That'd be nice. Clean out this little bit of spring cleaning, right? And invite your friends and family to attend. It's going to be a lot of fun. The kids are putting together a refreshment table, and they'll be manning that. And we ask that all tables that do come to contribute a minimum donation of 10% of all sales to benefit the teen camp. We'd like to thank everyone in advance for your contribution to this cause. That means so much to our GPCSL teens and community. As a special note, you've heard Lilia talk like in the picnic and in the last couple of weeks. She's very passionate about it. It was a life-changing thing for her.
Yeah. Oh.
Our June Sunday celebrations will be held virtually. So join our Facebook or our YouTube channels. We'll be holding another full moon ceremony tonight. So Sunday, it's Eric Estrada and all the fans, led by Diane Wilson, and generously hosted, it says here by me, but I don't think I'm hosting it, by Suzanne and Rick Smithers at their home in Malvern on Sunday, June 4th at 7 p.m. It's not too late to sign up, but seating is limited, so you'll want to go to the website to sign up. Our next in-person Nibbles and New Thought gathering will be held tomorrow night, Monday, June 5th, at 6:30 p.m. at Brick and Brew on King Street in Malvern, Pennsylvania. This is our monthly opportunity to gather and discuss topics related to New Thought and the science of mind philosophy while also enjoying amazing food and company. Just go to our website,
www.cslphilly.org.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. And go to the pop-up screen so the pop-up screen comes when you first sign on the home page. There's a pop-up screen. You can go there, or you can go to the events calendar. Going forward, we plan on having this event the first Monday of every month. Also, we are planning a Saturday afternoon. I'll start that again. We are also planning a Saturday afternoon movie and discussion group in Malvern, a trip to see the Fightin' Phils in Reading. We haven't worked on a date yet, and then we have that yard sale coming up next week. So stay tuned for more information about these and other in-person gatherings. Another virtual meaningful connection is Edie Janik's May Botspot, which is available both on the link on our pop-up screen,
cslphilly.org,
and on the homepage, or you may find it in your email this morning. As a reminder, so this is the stuff you hear every week. As a reminder, if you'd like to join any of our classes, workshops, or in-person events, just go to the website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the link on the pop-up screen on the homepage, or go to the events calendar. If you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, and to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices anytime videos are uploaded. Where do we go if we want to get any more information?
cslphilly.org.
Great, thank you. And that's it for today. Thanks so much. See you next week.
Thank you, Payson. Did you get the sense that he loves his daughter? That's very sweet. We love to see grown men become a bit of a mush. because it does change lives. We're so grateful for that. Now, this is the first Sunday in June. Do you remember what happens around here the first Sunday in June? We acknowledge and honor and celebrate all people born in June. And so if you were born in June, will you kindly stand wherever you are so we may celebrate you? Ready? Hit it, Maestro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you. And thank you. Now we'll have our closing song. Are you ready?
Sometimes I feel my sunshine turn into a shade of gray. Is it really true what I feel? And sometimes I find myself going in a downward way, and then I realize I can turn around, lift my eyes, raise my hands, lift my voice. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is my choice today.
It is my choice
Around, lift my eyes,
turn
raise
around.
my hands, lift my voice. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is my choice today.
Make a choice today.
It's a choice. Happiness is my choice today.
It is a choice I make today.
Is a choice. Happiness is my choice today.
I turn around,
Happiness
I lift my
is a
eyes,
choice.
I raise my
Happiness
hands.
is my choice today.
Oh,
Happiness is a choice. Happiness is my choice today. Today.
Thank you, beloveds, for joining us today. Be sure to be with us again next week and come to our yard sale on Saturday. It's going to be awesome. So as we go forth, it is with joy in our hearts, with clarity in our minds, willing to make those conscious, powerful, peaceful, perfect choices that make a difference in our lives and in the world itself. For this we give thanks, and so it is.